What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a day in the life video. Got a real busy day ahead of me today. Today I have an event at my church. It starts at 5:30. 5:30 to 9 o'clock, I believe, while simultaneously having to go live with Bo Johnson at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to be late to my event. It's like almost 9 o'clock. I got like 5 minutes to do a little bit of intro work on this video before going live with my clients on Patreon. I do that every morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, Tuesday through Friday, because I source on Monday, or else I'd go live on Monday as well. I got 65 items right here that have to be listed today while doing these two tasks, and it's totally possible it will probably be a late night, but that's the beauty of being a reseller, and that's the beauty of having self-employment in the first place. It's to be able to have freedom to do whatever you want to do, right? And this goes out to all the people that think that I don't take time off for myself. I do plenty of stuff for myself. I do plenty of things that make me feel happy and have joy in my life, so to speak. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to get my listings done, because number one, this is all I have to list, right? Luckily for me, Sunday I'm taking the day off, going to St. Louis with my twin brother to kick it with his nephew, or with his sons, my nephews, for the day. So that's going to be a break. Normally I take Saturday off, so I'll have a full weekend off, Saturday and Sunday, and then I turn around and go to the bins on Monday. So after these 65 listings today, I won't list anything for the next 3 days. Luckily for me, I've got 200 drafts in the draft bank, and I'll be adding 25 more to those today, because I list 65 a day, but I only launch 40 listings a day. So that's why the draft bank is so important, guys. If you guys aren't listing more than what you need to on a daily basis and saving those extra drafts, you're going to be a slave to eBay forever. I like taking time off whenever I need to. I also like having drafts going up because I source once a week and I take a day off every week. So helps me stay ahead of the curve without having to list continuously. So I got 2 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for this live, for the Zoom call on my Patreon, and then we'll get to the rest of this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next clip. All right, guys, back from the Zoom call, man. I just had a really great meeting. First meeting with my client, Mr. Church. He's got some really good items for sale on eBay, but overall, man, he's got a really great personality. And this is one of the good things about doing this Patreon with you guys, man, is I get to meet you guys as people, get to help you grow your business, and just get to meet some cool people along the way, man. And it's just really great because the job that we do is lonely. Like, look, I'm just standing in an apartment holding a camera talking to a bunch of people that I don't even know personally. So being able to have this personal connection and this interaction with you guys really means a lot to me, on top of just being able to help you grow your business. So I'm getting ready to do my listings right now. Like, look at this shirt he's got. This is one of Mr. Church's listings. It's a CKY shirt. That's a freaking cool shirt. But you know, it's just things like this, man. So I'm getting ready to launch my 40 listings, draft bank in the clutch. Oh, I got 3 open offers right now. What? Let me go ahead and check these out real quick. Nike Dry Fit leggings. Got them listed for $13.30. I got a $10 offer. Yes, I will accept. I think I got my sound down, and that's why I wasn't hearing the notifications. Nope, my sound's out. Yep, there we go. Let's see what the next offer is. We have Old Navy active pants. Got them listed for 12 bucks. $5.50. But I also have a green check right here. Usually these green checks are a good sign. Well, I mean, most of the time, but sometimes the offer is ridiculous. Now, this is a pair of Old Navy active pants, right? I've had these for close to a year now, at the beginning of last year's yard sale season. So I'm going to accept this offer because I can get Old Navy by the dozens, like no problem at all. I could have 300 items a day of Old Navy. So I'm going to accept that offer and get it moving. No need to hang on to Old Navy. What's the next item? And Taylor Loft sweater. Got it listed for 10. Someone's offering me 7. I will accept that offer. So now that I've accepted these offers, good morning, birds. I got my window wide open, guys, so sorry about the birds going crazy out there. I think I scared them away. All right, so I'm gonna get these listings done, and then we'll hop over to the storage unit and pack these items. So if you guys got any questions, I really like for you to put them in the comment section. That way I can answer them in future videos. A member of the channel, Travis George, wanted to talk about the process of time commitment and getting a draft bank. So I've mentioned this already today, that I have an event tonight. And if I wasn't fully prepared to have the next 3 days off by having a draft bank, this would be probably a stressful time for me, right? So right now in my draft bank, I have 190 drafts. These are fully completed. Everything is done in these drafts. The listings have pictures, titles, fully completed item specifics, descriptions, and shipping models. So all I have to do is just launch these, right? So it takes me 6 hours to do 65 listings. I'm only putting up 40 listings a day, and I save the other 25, which is why I have 190 drafts. This gives me time to be able to take time off. I do 40 a day. I got 190 listings. That's what, I don't even know how many days of listing that is. That's 4.75 days of listings, almost 5 days of listing right there. So technically I could just take off for the next 5 days and I wouldn't miss a day of listing. But what you need to analyze is how much time can you put into listing a day comfortably? How many items can you find a day? How many items can you find consistently to be able to list those items every day without fail? If you're only going to be able to do 5 a day, but you set your listing goal at 10 and you constantly drop the ball and don't meet your 10 listings a day, number one, that's going to affect your mental health, because you're going to be like, I'm a failure, I can't do it, I never complete my goal, and that wears on a person. So you might want to dial it back a little bit to a number that's more achievable. Number two, how many can I do a day plus extra, right? So if you set a listing goal of 5, try to do 6. If you set a listing goal of 5, maybe try to do 7. That way you can do something extra and get to the point to where you can take a day off. Now, ideally for me, I want 2 days off a week. 1 day to go sourcing and the other day to just have a complete day off from eBay. That's why I do as many listings as I do. So for every 2 days of work, I get 1 day off because I've done half my listing goal. So like I said, I do 40 every day, but every day I'm adding 25 extra listings to the draft bank. That's a day and a half worth of work every day that I work. So you can, if your listing goal is 5, do 8. That's 3 extra listings. You know, you can, every 2 days that you work, you gain a day off. You can work 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off, and have a easy breezy eBay career. So that's the value of the draft bank, and why I think it's so important for people to do more on the days that they work, to be able to take time off from eBay. So hopefully that breaks it down good enough. It's just better to have a peace of mind and not be stuck and chained to eBay all day. All right, guys, listing's complete. If you remember, I just had 190 in the draft bank. I've lost my 40 and now I have 150 left. So listings are in the book. I'm gonna send my coupons to my buyer groups to try to generate some more sales from previous customers. I don't have any messages from any customers, so there's no customer service needed. Usually those things are done, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I do that like first thing in the morning when I'm laying in bed, because I wake up, I turn my alarm off, and then I check my notifications, and if I see a message from a buyer, I usually check it immediately, so that way I can get that out of the way. I just don't want to leave anybody hanging. Just sold some OP swim trunks. Alrighty, a lot of swim stuff, a lot of shorts, stuff like that starting to sell. So the warm season is upon us. I'm down with it. It's time to go to the storage unit and get these orders packed up, guys. So far right now I got 33 orders going out. 23 of those have to go out today. 10 are from today so far. And so far I've had $204 of sales in those 10 items. So it's a pretty good start to the day so far, but we're gonna go ahead and pull these 23 orders and get those packed up. Now you'll probably hear some noise in the background. There's a guy getting ready to drop off a bunch of lumber inside this warehouse that my storage units are in. The bulk of you guys are aware that these storage units are inside of a building that is, number one, storage units. Number two, there's 3 apartment buildings inside of this same storage unit facility. And number 3, there's warehouse space in here. So the guy's bringing a bunch of 20-foot 2x4s and storing them inside of this warehouse facility. So sorry for the noise in advance. See, there's a guy right now with the lumber, getting ready to use the forklifts to bring it on in here. And he's gonna store it right here in this open area. All right, here's all the orders I gotta get packed up, so I'm gonna hop into that. All right, guys, all the orders are bagged up. I separate them in different bags. These are all the first class items, and these are all the priority items, because they go in different spots at the post office, and it just makes it easier. Since there's 2 employees that work at the post office I go to, it's not the typical post office. This is like a gas station that has a contracted post office inside of it. And the 2 ladies, one grabs one bag and the other grabs another bag. One does the first class, one does the priority for me. Sometimes it's one person doing it all, but it makes it easier when they know automatically, okay, all of these are first class, these all go in one spot. All of these are priority, these all go in another spot. So I try to save some of the time for them. That helps me get in and out quicker. So here's a very stupid problem to have. I have one tape gun. So when I take this to the house to box up boxes that I keep my inventory in, I have to remember to bring it back. And then I have to remember to even take it to my house in the first place. So like I was doing with my scale, where I was transporting it back and forth from my house every day instead of just buying another scale, one to have at the house to do my listings with and one to have at the storage unit to do my shipping with. I got to do the same thing with the tape gun. Why don't I have 2 tape guns already? Like, that would be something you would consider someone to have in the beginning stages of their eBay career. And I've only got 1. So definitely got to order a tape gun today. All right, guys. So I'm back home. Gonna take a quick lunch break. A little chicken bacon ranch sub sandwich and some Cheetos and queso. And I'm going to finish editing my thumbnail for this video that is actually getting released in the next 3 hours. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll get back to the video. All right, guys. Time to take these photos. I got James, my born reseller life, on the TV, which is a lot of the times either I'll listen to James talk because I don't have to watch physically what he's showing unless I hear something that's like, oh, I want to see what that looks like, and I'll look. Most of the time I just listen. That, or either I'll listen to a podcast or something to do with Jesus. Right now I'm getting ready to start taking these photos. It is 12:35. Let's see how long it takes, because I am running short on time. As I said earlier, I got a thing at 5, so I got to get as much action in before then as possible. So as you guys can see, my process is not the fastest. There was a comment yesterday someone made on the live stream and the podcast about doing 10 or 20 items in 3 hours, or 30 items or something like that in 3 hours is impossible. And I'm not doing anything fast here, guys. I take my photos, I upload them to the computer, and I list them. It takes me about 6 hours to do this. I'm not moving at a breakneck pace either. I'm just moving at a comfortable speed. You know what I mean? Getting this stuff done. because you don't want to rush through it and make mistakes. But it shouldn't take you very long to get this stuff done. Take the photos of all the pertinent information. If I didn't have to hang it and I wasn't talking to you guys, it'd be a lot faster. But fold the item up. Then I bag it right here. Nothing special, man. I'm not like going above and beyond to you know, make the process hard on myself. I want it to be as easy as possible. I don't have the boxes that I'm supposed to be putting my items in. I'm waiting for them to come in the mail, so throwing the stuff in the floor in a pile until it gets here later. Find the process that works for you and makes your job the easiest it can be. For me, this is what works. I could figure out another way along the way in the future as I do this. The more years I do this and get experience under my belt. But for right now, this is the way that I list 65 items a day. I will be bumping it up to 70 starting in April. Yeah, the next month, whatever month we're coming up to, I'm going to start doing 70 a day. So I'll let you guys know how that goes as well. So it is 2:36. I started taking photos at 12:35. So that's 2 hours exactly to take 65 sets of photos. It was probably going a tad bit slower if I wasn't just throwing them in this pile in the corner. But hey, time to upload these photos to the computer and get started on the listing go. I have 2.5 hours before I gotta go live with Bo Johnson, so I'm gonna try to knock out as many of these listings as possible. But while I do that, I do want to discuss one thing with you guys while I do some listings. So one of the things I want you guys to be mindful of in this business is your numbers. If you guys are buying stuff and then not knowing the numbers, the profit that you're making off of each one of these items, or even if what your buy cost is, some people don't even take into consideration what they pay for an item when they're accepting offers. There's an eBay fee calculator that you can use to plug in what you paid for an item, whether you have a store subscription or not, what the item sold for, what shipping you charged versus what shipping you actually paid, and all these fees, all the numbers, promoted listings on the fee, all those things will be tied into the price of what the item sold for, and then it'll give you the exact amount that you're going to make off the item. If you're buying an item and you don't know what you're making as profit off of it, you could very well be losing money by the time you get done shipping. These are variables that you want to use caution when you're buying certain items. Me, I buy all my items at the bins, so almost every item that I get is hands down profitable, even if it's only 5 cents profit, which those are very rare. I don't think there's been very many of those where I've put an item on such a high sell markdown to where I've only made 5 cents off of it. But I keep track of all my data on a spreadsheet I get from Cheryl Miller, Simplified Accountants. There is a link in the description. It's super simple to use. I don't know if you guys have seen, I have these piles of receipts in my house. There's receipts right there. Those are the current receipts that I'm getting ready to work on. The ones by my TV are receipts that I've already worked on. It's my filing system. I just haven't put them in a folder yet to put them up for the year. But that's the running cost of supplies and cost of goods receipts right there. And the rest is all documented in a spreadsheet. It's a workbook. There's a spreadsheet. There's a cost of goods tracker. There's a mileage tracker. There's even trackers for all of your streams of income. So for me, that's YouTube, that's affiliate links, that's Amazon, that's not Amazon as a seller, but Amazon affiliate marketing, YouTube, what else did I say? I said eBay already. So in all those different avenues of income get plugged in, and it helps me keep track of all my fees and everything at the end of the year. So if you guys are not keeping track of your income versus all of your expenses and everything, I really suggest you at least get a pen and paper and start documenting that. My first year at reselling, I had a little notebook and I kept tabs of everything. I would go to the payout section and just deduct all the fees by hand, and it took quite a while, especially if you slack on it for a week or two. Don't be trying to get caught up when you're a week or two behind doing line by line on each individual transaction. Whew, it's a nightmare. I put it off until the end of the year. When it came tax time, it was a total nightmare. This year, I'm already done with my taxes. My accountant's been paid and everything. Everything's done. And it took less than 5 minutes of work on my behalf. All I had to do was just upload this workbook to my accountant and everything was done. So I just really hope you guys are taking all that into account. My photos are done uploading. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing these listings now. All right, guys, it is 4:46. I got 20 items left. I'm gonna spend the next 15 minutes or so continuing the list, but waiting on Bo Johnson to get a hold of me so that I can get on this live stream. I would normally I'd be done probably by like 5:30ish with these next 20 items. Probably just call it 6 just to be on the safe side. But as I said, I'm going live, so it'll take me just a little bit longer. I don't know how many of those listings I will get done before I go to this event at my church tonight, but I will get back to you guys as soon as it's done. This live stream is done, and give you guys a progress report. I've got the times wrong again on Bo. He lives in Oregon, so he's 2 hours behind me. He said 5 o'clock. So I'm thinking, all right, 5 o'clock my time. It's 5 o'clock his time, which is 7 o'clock my time, which is the time the guest speaker goes on at my church. So he's trying to tell me that we can reschedule, but I've already canceled on him once on this because I had it confused with Tuesday when I do my live stream at the same exact time, which 7 o'clock is when I do my live stream on Tuesdays. He was like, come on at 5 o'clock his time on Tuesday. Then I realized that he was talking about my 7 o'clock, which is when I go live. So I was like, we'll just switch it to Friday. Little did I remember, because I've been selling tickets for this men's event for 3 weeks now. How do I forget that this big, huge event that's going on in my church is at the same time that I told him to reschedule that? So now instead of going to the men's event, I'm gonna go to the church, but I'm gonna try and live stream from the church. I don't know, man. I just gotta be a man of my word. Sometimes when you say you're gonna do something, you just need to do it, no matter the situation. And some of you guys out there probably are like, forget that, man. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. I'm gonna do the fun thing, but I'm trying to be a man of integrity, man. I used to be a guy that was flaky, would tell you what I wanted to hear to get what I wanted out of you, and I'm not that type of person anymore. If I tell you guys I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I put it out on YouTube and say that I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do whatever it takes and whatever I can to achieve those goals. I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to be a piece of crap. I don't want to be somebody that's flaky. I want you to be able to count on me. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. So that's the person I'm trying to be in life moving forward. So that means I got a live stream from the church and go live with Bo Johnson. So it is, let's see what time it is. It's 5:15. The event starts at my church in 15 actual minutes. So I guess what I'm gonna do is just go get dressed and go up to church and carry my laptop with me up there. And I'll let you guys know how this whole thing turns out when it's all said and done with, man. But we'll see what happens. I can smell the bacon from outside. They're having breakfast for dinner here today. And it just smells like a strong aroma of bacon, guys.
I saw it, bro.
it was not without effort, bro. So a lot of bacon.
Interfected.
So when I pulled up outside and said it smells like bacon out here, it's because they're out there cooking the bacon. Outside, who would have thunk it?
You for who you can be, not who you've been. He's decided and he believes that you can do great things, but you need to help yourself by receiving what God says about you. God says you are uncommon and remarkably great.
Wow, man. What can I say, man? Tonight was an incredible moment for me and the members of my church. I know a lot of you guys that watch these videos are not Christians, and I'm not here to force my, beliefs down your throat either. But a lot of people have asked about my testimony and like why I don't give it, because this is a reseller channel and nobody is here to hear about Jesus. But what I will do is I'll tell you that I used to be a street dude. I used to sell drugs. I used to run in the wrong circles. I've been to prison twice for robbery, assault, 2 counts of armed criminal action, burglary, what else? Trafficking of controlled substances, just a lot of bad things that I've done in my life and in my past. And when I went to prison in 2017, I met the Lord. He saved me from all my sinful ways, all my addictions, all my bad habits, all the things that I was running from in the street. I found in Jesus. I found me, myself, the man that I am today in Jesus. He saved me from myself. I get to go to heaven now. He is the only way to heaven. It doesn't matter what. That's the way. Jesus is the way, the only way. So 46 guys gave their life to Christ tonight. That's amazing, man. 46 guys that were living in sin, that were going to hell, now are going to heaven. So with all that being said, I got to jump back into these listings. I did manage to go live with Bo at the church, which was great. Was able to spend an hour with his Patreon and just pouring into those people over there, trying to help them, learn the way that I do things. He just wanted me to tell those guys my story over there, and I think it was pretty helpful, just to be able to hear how everyone has their way of doing eBay. There's things that work for some and there's things that don't work for others. And I feel like it's awesome to just be able to share our techniques with anyone that's willing to listen to them if it helps them make more money or either list more items in a day. So I'm going to jump into the last of these listings. I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. It's 9:18. So it's probably going to take me about 45 minutes to finish these last. I think I got like 18 listings or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day right here, guys. I appreciate you. Let me pull this name tag off. You guys know my name. I appreciate everyone's time. Really appreciate you guys watching the video. Leave your questions and comments in the comment section, and that way I'll be able to help you with whatever information you have questions on, or video topics, or whatever the case may be. If you guys want, you can come hang out in the Discord. It's free. If you need coaching one-on-one, join the Patreon. Link is in the description. That's going to do it for this video. Catch you guys on the next one. But until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.